Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, I'm your host breaking down all the latest twists in the Iraqi Dinar saga, from those endless revaluation rumors to the real economic moves shaking up the Middle East. Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you catch every update out. Trust me, with the way things are unfolding, you won't want to miss a beat. Today, we're tackling a jaw-dropping story that's got the entire dinar community on edge. The Central Bank of Iraq's secret inflation buster has finally been revealed, and it's got holders bracing for what could be an epic revaluation twist. We're talking historic low inflation levels, sneaky monetary maneuvers, and whispers that this could be the setup for the dinar's big comeback. Stick around because we're diving deep, unpacking the facts, the hype, and everything in between to see if this is the breakthrough we've all been waiting for. Let's roll. Alright. Let's start by painting the picture of why inflation has been such a thorn in Iraq's side. If you've been following the dinar like I have for what feels like forever, you know inflation isn't just some boring econ term, it's the silent killer of currency value. Back in the day, post-conflict Iraq was dealing with skyrocketing prices, unstable markets, and a dinar that couldn't catch a break. We're talking double-digit inflation spikes that made everyday life a grind for Iraqis and turned the currency into a punchline for skeptics. But here's the hook. Something changed. Reports are flooding in that the CBI has pulled off what they're calling a masterful curb on inflation, dropping it to levels Iraq hasn't seen in decades. Imagine going from economic chaos to stability that's got even the IMF nodding in approval. That's the vibe right now. And it's got everyone asking, is this the secret sauce that's about to flip the script on the dinar? Now, I don't want to bury the lead here. Let's reveal the so-called secret inflation buster. From what I've dug up from reliable sources like the central bank itself and international watchers, the CBI's been wielding some serious monetary policy tools behind the scenes. We're talking liquidity absorption operations that suck up excess cash to keep prices from ballooning. Smart reserve management that's stacked their vaults with over $110 billion in foreign reserves and 170 tons of gold, and reforms that have cleaned up the banking sector. Just last month, the CBI boasted that their policies have pushed inflation to historically low levels, so we're looking at around 2.2% for the first quarter of 2025. With projections dipping to 2.5% for the whole year and maybe ticking up slightly to 2.7% in 2026. That's not hype, that's straight from IMF forecasts and CBI statements. And get this, the governor himself said they're witnessing the lowest inflation rates in Iraq's entire history. It's like they've built an invisible shield around the economy, controlling monetary circulation and slamming the brakes on price hikes. But why call it a secret? Well, it's not like they blasted this from billboards up. It's been a quiet, calculated rollout. While the headlines were fixated on oil prices or political drama, the CBI was fine-tuning their strategy, absorbing liquidity to prevent overheating and ensuring every dinar in circulation is backed by real economic muscle. Think about it. With oil revenues steady, gold reserves climbing, and trade ties strengthening with powerhouses like the US, Europe, and China, they've created a fortress against inflation. And for us dinar watchers, this is massive because low inflation is the bedrock of a strong currency. Without it, any talk of revaluation is just wishful thinking. But with it, oh man, that's where the epic twist comes in. Let's break this down a bit more so it really sinks in. Inflation busters aren't sexy, but they're effective. The CBI's been using tools like open market operations, buying and selling securities to control money supply, and they've ramped up compliance with international standards to plug leaks in the system. Remember those black market dollar shenanigans that kept the parallel rate wild? Their new pre-customs payment mechanism, which kicked in on December 1st, is forcing all imports through official channels. No more fake invoices or smuggling. That's directly tying into inflation control by unifying exchange rates and boosting confidence. Sources like Iraq Business News and Reuters are confirming this. Inflation's subdued thanks to weaker demand in these CBI ops. It's like they've engineered a chill pill for the economy, keeping prices stable even as global oil dips or regional tensions flare. To make this relatable, think about your own wallet. Say you're like my pal John from Florida. He scooped up some dinars back in 2012 after reading about Iraq's oil boom, figuring it'd be his golden ticket. He's ridden the waves of high inflation scares that tank confidence, but now, with inflation at these lows, he's texting me like, "Dude, this feels different." Or take Lisa from New York, who's been tracking CBI announcements religiously. She sees this as the CBI flexing, proving they can handle the economy without wild swings. These aren't just numbers, they're signals that Iraq's ready for a prime time. And here's a curiosity hook. What if this inflation mastery is the CBI's way of prepping the ground for something bigger, like, why deny RV rumors so vehemently while touting these wins? Could it be misdirection? Speaking of rumors, the Dinar forums and decks are exploding with speculation. Posts from gurus and bloggers are connecting the dots. Low inflation means stable fundamentals, which means the dinar is undervalued and ripe for a surge. One X thread I saw claimed the CBI zero removal project is still active via deleting those 3 zeros to streamline the currency without lopping value. Another talked about ISO 20022 integration, digitizing everything for a global sync. Even wilder, there's chatter about Trump's influence pushing for repayments on U.S. war debts, over $50 billion. And a stronger dinar makes that doable. But hold up, I'm not here to peddle hype. The CBI's been crystal clear, no sudden revaluation without reforms, and they're denying rumors left and right. Yet, with inflation busted and reserves sky high, the whispers of an epic twist, a gradual or even sudden rev feel more plausible than ever. Let's build some suspense here. Imagine this, you're scrolling through your feed, and bam! The CBI drops a statement tying their inflation success to exchange rate stability. Sources say they're aiming for continuity, but what if December brings a budget vote that locks in a new rate? With the 2026 budget looming and oil revenues under pressure, this could be the bridge to a dinar that's not just stable but soaring. Picture this scenario: unified rates, forex inclusion, and suddenly your holdings are worth way more. But remember, we've been here before with 2023's strengthening that teased but didn't deliver the full RV. The thrill is in the chase, right? Is this the real deal, or another layer of smoke? To keep it real, let's address the delta, and yeah, I get it. Sites like Vocal Media and Ultima Markets are forecasting the dinar stays range-bound around 1,300 to the dollar through 2025. No sharp RV in sight. Fair enough, dramatic jumps need massive growth, and Iraq's still navigating fiscal squeezes. But optimists fire back with the reforms, digital banking, anti-laundering measures, and now this inflation buster. It's like a puzzle coming together one piece at a time. Related to history, post-invasion Kuwait revalued once fundamentals clicked. Iraq's got oil, gold, low inflation, why not? As we hit the midway point, let's ramp up the emotion. If you're a holder, you've felt the frustration of the devaluation gut punches, the rumor roller coasters. But this revelation, it feels empowering, like Iraq's finally in control. Share in the comments, how's this hitting you? Been in since the early days. What's your twist prediction? Diving deeper into implications, if this inflation buster unlocks an RV, what happens next? For starters, easier global trade as in no more shady exchanges. Legit banks could handle dinar worldwide. Second, economic ripple, more investment in Iraq means more dinar demand. Third, personal wins, that stack you've held could multiply. But diversify, folks. Consult experts. Track CBI.IQ for official word. Wrapping this up, we've unpacked the secret, the rumors, the realism. If it hooked you, like, share, drop your thoughts below. Twist incoming, or steady as she goes. Thanks for hanging out. More dinar drama soon. Peace.